You said your goal is to pay off your house.
My total savings was 13%.
I don't care how much money I'm saving. I only care how much money I'm spending.
I have 2 jars of sauerkraut. They were $8 a piece.
Wow. Now I understand why your grocery bill is so high. If you want to spend the money on that, you can, but know that you're not going to reach your financial goals. You could have been retired by now. You are on track to making your dreams come true. It just depends on what you want to spend your money on. Hello, today I am doing a grocery audit for Laura. She is 46, single, a software engineer, and makes 6 figures. She is in a great position to really save some money. Her goal is to pay off her house now. She spends $500 a month for groceries, household goods, personal care, her pantry, prepper pantry, and her pet supplies. Let's get straight into it and see what she has.
Here is my prepper pantry. This is where I like to keep a year's worth of food. This is also to catch when things are on sale. Because like my mother taught me, try to buy your non-perishable goods every 3 months or so, depending on the sales cycle. And if you can get a coupon on top of that, that's when to stock up. And I also do this so that when it's winter and I don't feel like leaving the house, when it's snowy out, I have a full stock pantry.
Okay, so you have the perfect pantry and you know how to use it and you have a good reason for using it. Your reason is the same as mine. You live in a state where in the winter it is very probable that at any time you could be snowed in, flooded out, whatever weather disaster is happening now. So that's great that you have enough food on hand so that if a disaster happens, you can take care of yourself. I think that's great.
Here's where my backflow of like Reynolds wrap, the aluminum foil, plastic wrap, wax paper, parchment paper, and Ziploc bags. I try not to use the Ziploc bags, but when prepping food, I still use them. I am considering getting a food saver machine so I can suck the air out, and then I'm still using that plastic, and I think you can do that with mason jars. Anyways, it's something I'm looking into, but I don't go through a lot of these, but I still try to get them when they're on sale so that when I need them, I have them.
Okay, yes, you can use mason jars and bags with your food saver. Here's Mom demonstrating how to use it. Okay, we are over at Mom's. She's gonna show you how to use her food saver. Okay, so first of all, you have to buy special bags. Where do you get the bags, Mom?
You can get them at Walmart.
Okay.
So,
All right, but they have to be special vacuum seal bags, just
Yeah.
not any plastic bag.
well, you can reuse these bags a lot. You know,
Yeah.
just cut off the top
So
and then reuse them.
you're very careful when you cut it, and you cut it really close to
Yeah.
the line. We'll show you in just a second when you go to open it.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is how you use it.
Okay. Just put it in there.
It's not sealing.
Maybe the bag.
Well, I don't think you had both on there. Okay, hold on.
See, I can tell it's not working because when I put it up on it, it's not sealing. Let me get another bag.
You lie, Mother.
I know. I reuse these bags over and over again, so sometimes at a certain point, you just lose them.
So I wonder if you cut it off down lower.
I could. I'm just for the taping, I'm just going to go stick these in here. Let's try this one and see. It can be persnickety sometimes. I mean, when you use the used bags. Although it's normally not quite this hard, but of course, because we're filming. Now see how that's sucking up? I can tell it's not working either.
Should we start over? It's fine. Okay, get a brand new bag. Okay, now, I will tell you, this is why I don't vacuum seal.
What we go through, actually, what I've started using now is I'm using jars most of the time, probably 90% of the time, just because of this type of thing. This is really easy to do.
I don't have a food saver.
I don't have my glasses on, so
What do
I
you
can't
need?
see. I just need to seal.
Vacuum and seal.
Yeah, we'll do that one. That'll be fine. Actually, it takes me 5 seconds when you're not here.
Sure.
And I'm trying to hurry because we're on video. And I didn't know how much you can edit out here.
A lot.
A lot? Okay, we got our little bits of apple in here. Now let's see what happens. Okay, that's sealed.
Okay. Now, to reuse the bags, which now we don't suggest. So can you see this line right here? So just cut it just below that line.
Yeah,
And then you can
reuse them. And you can boil in these too. You can put the whole thing in and boil.
Put the whole thing in and boil.
In
Okay.
a pan of boiling water, and then you don't have to get a pan dirty.
Okay.
If you had something to cook.
Okay, now, to do the jars.
The main thing about doing the jars is, I finally found this after years, is I put the lids in hot water and let them just set while I'm getting the stuff ready.
Okay.
Because it makes the rubber pliable.
Yep, just like for canning.
Yeah, and
Because you
so
are canning.
yeah, and so it'll take the seal much faster, and make sure they're dry. Okay, I can feel it.
Yeah, you don't want moldy food.
No, so that's why I dried it up. And you got to get it on there just so. Did you hear that pop?
Scared? Yes.
That pop means it's taken.
Okay.
And sometimes, and you can even
So
see
like
the
in
dent.
canning, when it goes down.
Yeah,
that's
you
the
can
same
see there's a
pop.
dent in there. I don't know if they can see that
Yes,
dent.
we can see the dent.
And then sometimes if I don't hear the pop, I just push it. And voila.
And that's all you do.
So that's why I like doing the jars better, just because it seems to do faster than these. But there's certain times I do need to use a bag. Also, I got, what did I get?
Oh yeah, I'll link these down below. Mom got these at the garage sale for what, $5 or something?
Yeah, $5, and I got 2 of these, and here's a round one. Get a big round one. I've got a small round one, and another one this size. So I got these at the garage sale, and these are what I really, really use now, because I just push it, take out what I would need, and then it takes just 5 seconds, like with the can.
To reseal it.
To reseal it, yeah. You just stick it in there, and then do just like I did with the can.
Well, I think that's a great option for you. Since you like to garden and can, I think dehydrating your food or putting your food in canning jars for storage is a perfectly viable option for you, and I think that that would be something that probably would be very useful for you.
Okay, this area is a kind of a mixture of items. I have 2 jars of sauerkraut. They were $8 a piece from a local apple orchard, and I haven't looked to see how much they cost at the grocery store. Then I have 2 jars of this coconut oil. I kind of mix the different brands, but I like the coconut oil in the glass jar, and I use this for cooking and for personal care. And then this is a row of just random goods from the apple orchard. So one is cherry preserves. I think I have apple pie preserve, and then apple butter. And then this row is barbecue sauce, because I like to make pulled chicken with barbecue sauce. And I looked at the top. These were $8.50. And again, it came from a local apple orchard that I like to support. And this year, because I work for them, I will get these 20% off when I do stock up for some. I know you could probably find some brands at the grocery store for cheaper, but I like to support my local apple orchard if I can.
$8.50! Holy cow! That is 99 cents worth of barbecue sauce. We're going to talk about this in just a little bit later after we get through seeing what you have. All
right, on this shelf, someone gave me this Quaker oat for free. So one bag's already in rotation and the other bag is in this box. So there's only one bag. I think it comes with 2 bags in there. And then with these tomatoes, I made these. These 2 were from last year, so hopefully they're still good. And then another friend of mine gave me some free bruised tomatoes, and so these were all free. I mean, I just paid for the jars and the lids, but I can these myself.
I think that's great that you are taking food that is free from other people. I accept all freebies. Even if I don't use it, I will find another way to use it. If nothing else, to feed my pets or give to a neighbor or maybe make meals for someone else. I always accept free food, so I think that's great.
And then these peaches were from last year. I'm still trying to figure out like how much I would need for 1 year, and I didn't eat as much as I thought I would eat, so I have leftover. But if I recall, though they say canned goods last for 1 year when you can them, you could go about a year past. So I'll try to eat these this year. That way I don't go over 2. But I know as long as the seal is good, they should last for a while.
So yes, from my research, if you saw with my friend Lois with her pantry makeover, canned goods can last several years. It's just a matter of freshness. So as long as the seal isn't popped and it doesn't look bad, your canned goods are perfectly fine to eat past a year.
Then we have this row of tuna. The tuna I buy is expensive. I'll take a clip at the grocery store because I forgot what it's called, but this was given to me for free. So I'm kind of good for a while on tuna. On this shelf, I have several half gallons of corn to make popcorn. I bought a bunch and just didn't go through it as fast as I thought I would.
So popcorn, don't worry about it. Popcorn lasts forever.
This box here, I have tons of pasta and pasta sauce. So these 3 jars of pasta sauce were given to me for free, or 2 on hand for the days that I don't want to make my own pasta sauce. I do tend to make most things from scratch, and making my own homemade pasta sauce is one of the things I like to do. But like I said, sometimes life gets busy and you don't feel like doing it, so I do have some jars for emergency. I also was given these 3 bags of pasta and that spaghetti. Sorry, that's not in focus, but that spaghetti sauce, or not spaghetti sauce, the spaghetti noodles. There's actually 2 of them. Yes, those were given to me for free. The pasta I like is the private selection bow ties, and I usually try to stock up when Kroger offers a sale on these, and I realized that there may be cheaper brands, but this is the one I happen to buy. Down here I have gallon waters. So some of them, like I bought this brand of water. I think I got it on sale or a coupon, and so I bought them. Sometimes I'll drink them, but then I'll refill them with, my mom lives on a property that has well water, and they had the reverse osmosis process, so the well water has like no taste. It's amazing.
Okay, so that's really good that you have drinking water on hand. I would definitely get a few more bottles though, at least double, if not triple or quadruple the amount of water you have, because I mean, Michigan is like Wyoming. You could get stuck for several days or weeks. I have lived where my well froze and I didn't have water for 2 or 3 weeks. So I would definitely add more to your water storage.
Here is the inside of my freezer. So last month was August, and that's when our produce is in abundance at our local markets. So I made a huge batch of, this is, here we go, pork cabbage soup. And I made a note to myself that I should add some chicken broth and red pepper flakes to kind of freshen it up. These are quart size Ziploc bags. And what do I have? 8 or 9 of them. Whoops. Next, we have an abundance of green beans. So these were Michigan grown green beans, and I blanched them and froze them. So I have not enough for quite 12 months, but I have enough for a while. Then coming down, I have 1 bushel of blueberries. I meant to pick more, but hopefully this will be enough. I usually eat these in blueberry pancakes, and I haven't been eating those as often, but I usually would like to have 2 gallons of, like, I try to get 10 pounds of blueberries. So right now I only have 5 pounds. Then I have an abundance of corn. Luckily, I know a farmer who let me pick corn, like after they've gone to pick it, whatever's left on the corn stalk. So all of this corn was free for me. And then this cauliflower came from a local farm, so I bought it. The heads were huge. Like, if I have a picture, I'll send it to you, but they were $4.50 a piece. And so each one of these bags is probably $4.50. And then I just blanched it, and I can put this on a sheet pan and roast it in the oven with some salt and pepper and red pepper flakes.
Okay, that is a really stinking good deal on the cauliflower. Now, here's the thing. You buy a lot of stuff at farmers markets and that, and we're going to talk about prices in just a minute, but you have to be very careful with farmers markets. Now, this situation, you got a really good deal from a farmer, but nowadays, the majority of the time, farmers markets are not a good deal. We're going to talk about that in just a minute.
Next up, I have green pepper. These are from last year, and I don't know if I got these from our farmers market or Kroger was putting their bruised, or like, you know, they weren't perfect looking green peppers. They would do 3 for $1, like 99 cents. So they're 33 cents each. I'm like, that's a steal, because I've never seen a green bell pepper be cheaper than 99 cents. Like, that's the sale price. And then they go up. So I just bought a bunch of them and froze them. And then this year, this is Michigan grown green peppers. So I'm fully stocked on green peppers. And when I explain about my meals, most of my meals include green peppers. That's why I have a lot.
That is an excellent deal. I have not seen peppers 3 for $1 for several years. My goodness, at least before that thing going around. But the only thing I would do for your peppers is either when you freeze them chopped up in individual layers on a cookie sheet, and then break them up and put them in bags so you can just scoop out the amount you need. Or I would freeze them in smaller bags into the portions that you use, so you just don't have a big hunk of peppers that you have to break apart every time you need them. But if that system is working for you, that's totally fine. Those are just a couple of more ideas just to make it a little bit easier to access your peppers when you're ready to use them.
Then we have, this is a whole turkey. Someone shot a turkey and gave it to me, and it was actually a year ago, so I got to figure out what to do with this. Because what I found out is I should have froze 1 breast per bag, because I didn't realize 1 turkey breast feeds a family. And so there's 2 turkey breasts in there. So when I thawed out, like, I'm going to have to make a lot of food with it. Because last time when I made just 1, we ate the turkey, and then the other one was fed to the dog.
So don't worry about that. Just go ahead and cook up your turkey and then just refreeze the turkey in your individual meals and you will be fine. So I wouldn't worry about that at all. Just next time you know better, but this time just go ahead and cook it up and then just refreeze it.
And here, I have a lot of friends and we seem to exchange food and stuff. So I think my friend here gave me 5 pounds of venison. So I have a friend that hunts, and I'm not going to say no to free venison, especially ground beef, because most of my meals revolve around ground beef.
Hey, that is great. I think I trade with my friends all the time. We exchange foods. I give them stuff. They give me stuff. Exchanging with your friends is a great way to get cheap or free food.
Here's my working pantry. Coconut flakes, a bag of flour that I need to put in my flour canister. This is mulled spices so that you can make hot cider, like spice it up besides the regular cider. Add a tea bag and it'll taste delicious. A jar of vinegar for pickles. I have some almonds back there. I think I actually got those almonds for free. My mom got them. Like I said, bag of flour. And then my mom also gave me these for free. And then look at that. I do own the first Dining on the Dime cookbook. Sorry, it's going in and out of focus. Yes, I own it. I even bookmarked some spots, but I haven't cooked anything yet. I just got this recently.
Hey, that is great. If you guys want to eat better and spend less, also, Volume 1 is the volume that she has. It has 1,200 recipes and tips to help you save money on your grocery bill, to help you get in and out of the kitchen quick, with easy recipes with ingredients you already have on hand. Most of them are 1 pot, 1 bowl dishes or desserts. I don't like a lot of dishes, so I make sure they're super simple. The link is in the description below, 25% off right now.
So there we go. Then we have my potato shelf. So I have my trash bags. And then these potatoes were on sale. It was a great deal, so I stocked up. And then these ones came from a local farmer's market. Someone gave me these for free. So I'll either make green bean casserole or put them in with my dog's dog food. Because I'm not a fan of canned green beans, but I mean, I'm not going to say no to free food. So I'll figure out how to eat them, put them in a casserole, half in a casserole, half to my dog. I have jelly from a local orchard, applesauce that I made, peaches that I made, canned pumpkin. Ooh, I needed to know that. I actually need this canned pumpkin for later for my dog, but I do buy canned pumpkin. And then I think this is salsa and barbecue sauce. So I do like to buy the salsa and barbecue sauce from my local orchards. And I think, is that in focus? Yeah. And then way back there, someone gave me a bag of free hazelnuts. So I was like, oh, I'll make some chocolate covered hazelnuts.
So you're buying a lot of stuff from the farmer's market. This is super, super expensive. So I'm going to give you some numbers here in just a minute to see if it's actually worth it for you.
All right, so here's all of the spices. I try to keep it simple: vanilla extract, cinnamon for baking. Here's where I keep my coconut flour, almond flour, and then I have tapioca flour, which I bought for a recipe. It's been taking me forever to go through. It's behind here. So that's what I have left. That's not like a go-to of mine. But then I have regular flour. We have rice for my dog. That's powdered sugar, baking soda. We have pistachios and oatmeal. Here's a look inside my freezer. Over here, I have a bag of veggie scraps that I use for bone broth. So like when you have the ends of carrots or celery, onion that you wouldn't normally use, and garlic, I shove it in a bag. I'm due to make some, so I have bones or beef bones back there, and there's another bag of just onion, and then that's one turkey carcass. I think this is the other turkey carcass. So I will turn all that into bone broth.
So I think that's excellent. You're saving your scraps, you're making broth. You are on your way to really saving some big money.
Kroger had lobster tail on sale 2 for $5. So stash that in the freezer. Then they have their wild caught mahi-mahi. I was hoping to make some mahi-mahi tacos eventually. I have that. And then this is the wild caught salmon from Kroger. So I do like to put butter and capers on that. And then this is, there's a local town that is known for their kielbasa, and Kroger sells it. And I can't eat like all of it at once, so I separate it. So I have 2 kielbasas, and then this is a brick of bacon. Here I have a bunch of pre-made meals. So I cook and don't want to eat the same thing every day in a row, so I end up freezing it. So like this is some sort of beef mixture for taco meat, and then this is beef and noodles, more taco meat. I think I might have a mystery bag. Yeah, I think this is Sloppy Joe's. I've learned my lesson. You should probably label things. So I think those are Sloppy Joe's. And then more pork, tomato, cabbage soup. Maybe that's what that is. I don't know. It'll be a mystery. It's always good to have a little mystery in your life.
Okay, so here's what I do when I forget to label something. I just have a mystery meat night, and I just defrost it, and I just figure it out when I get it done. Guys, don't be afraid of the mystery meat. Just go ahead and defrost it and figure out what it is and make something with it.
So we're gonna leave all that. Oh, and then in my door, I have butter. I either go to a local dairy farm to buy a lot of my dairy products, or I'll stock up from Kroger. And then I do have some homemade pesto that I canned, or not canned, but I put the pesto in a can and then froze this, so I can pull this out and add this to my pasta sauce.
That is excellent idea. You can also freeze pesto in ice cube trays, so that if you only need a little tiny bit, you don't have to defrost it all. Otherwise, I think that's great that you're saving the extras.
Here I have some pickles that need to be in their final pickling jar. I'll show you what they look like in a minute, but I'm hoping that I didn't take too long. These usually sit for about a week, so hopefully they're not too salty. But here is 7 ears of corn. I got those at a local farm, and I think it was $5, but I got 20% off the $5 of that corn. And then we have this pork tomato soup. I'm gonna have some of that this week. Beef and noodles, and then I'll make these green beans, so I'll have like the beef and noodles and green beans as a dish. And then I just bought a peck of Gala apples. I think the pecks are $9, plus I got a discount on them.
Okay, so you may be wondering, is that a good deal or not? So a peck is about 10 pounds and she paid $9. Yes, just under $1 a pound for apples is an excellent price, so you got a good deal on that one.
I have cider from the local orchard, and I forgot how much that was now. $9 a half gallon. But I got a discount. I work at a cider mill on the weekends, and we get a discount for the products that we sell. And that's why I buy a lot of local products, because I support the local stores.
Holy cow, $9 for a thing of apple cider? Wow. Now I understand why your grocery bill is so high. Okay, we're gonna pause right here and we're gonna talk about supporting the local stores. Now, here's the thing. Even though you make six figures, you told me that you did not start getting your finances in order until just about 18 months ago. So, you said your goal is to pay off your house. That's a totally doable goal on your income. But you are spending a lot of money supporting local people. Now, that's fine if you want to do it. You do have the income. So if you just consider that your hobby or whatever, okay, that's fine. But you have to understand, you are spending a lot of money supporting local farmers. That barbecue sauce that was $8 or whatever it was, that's 99 cents worth of barbecue sauce. That apple cider is like $2.50 or $3. The jams or jellies, $3. You're paying double, triple, or quadruple the price just to support your local farmers. It is not our job to make sure that they stay in business if we can't afford it. Now, like I said, if you're totally debt-free and your retirement is all funded and everything, then that's fine. And you are making a good income and the only debt you have right now is your house. So if you want to do that, that's fine. But just understand, you're paying quadruple what you should be. Well, the barbecue sauce, it's almost 10 times, 8 to 10 times more than you should be paying for barbecue sauce. So if you're okay with that, that's fine. But it's not your responsibility to make sure that the farmers make a profit. Just understand that you are spending a lot of your hard-earned income trying to make sure they stay in business, which is fine if that's what you want to do, but you just need to really understand that.
Here's what I end up buying: the 7th generation laundry soap with the coupon. I believe it was $12.49. Epsom salt was $8.49 regular price. Bleach $6.49 regular price. The pork chops are buy one get one free, and one was the $6.34 and the free one was the $5.33.
Okay, so we're going to talk about this just a little bit. Now, she went through her whole grocery bill and she paid a lot. She's paying a lot for her groceries. Now, buy one get one free on the pork. I do not go by buy one get one free. I go by the price per pound. So if pork is $2.99, so basically $3 a pound, and it's buy one get one free, that means that if I buy one and get one free, it's going to be around $1.50 a pound for pork. So for me, that's a pretty good price. But let's say pork is $5 a pound and it's buy one get one free, that would be $2.50 a pound. That is not a good price for me. So I would not get it. Just because it's buy one get one free does not mean it's a good deal. Now, you are also spending a lot of money on buying organic and natural type products. Your grocery bill was $231 just for this one trip, which I think, if I understood you right, is for a month. But you still go later and get other things at the farmers markets and the farm stands and the local farms and stuff like that also.
That was $9.99. Oh, those are my flowers. Okay, Tara, I was just thinking to myself on my way home, I'm like, so you just spent $10 on flowers. If you do that once a month, that's $120 a year I could be saving. They're really beautiful. So let me think about that, because I can already hear it. If you're not mortgage free, and you don't have $1 million saved for retirement, I could throw that 120 to the retirement. So let me see what I can do next month. And then, so yeah, my total was $231.35. And my total savings was 13%. So I try to make it to be about 15% unless I'm going just for certain deals. And then I think I've gone up to maybe a 40% savings, but I haven't seen those days in a long time. It's normally around 15, maybe 20% savings when I try to shop.
All right, now you're pointing out that it's a 13% savings. I never, ever, ever look at that savings amount. That is an amount that means absolutely nothing. What happens is the stores inflate their prices and then put things on sale or give you discounts so it looks like you're actually saving money. I don't care how much money I'm saving. I only care how much money I'm spending. I could care less what I'm saving. Only the amount that I am spending. So whenever they say, oh, you save 40%, I don't care. That means nothing. If I save 40% and I'm spending $500 when I normally spend $200 on groceries, that's not gonna matter. If I save 5%, but I only spend $200 on my groceries, that's what matters, is that I only spent the $200 on groceries. Now, all right, she says she knows my philosophy on organics and all of that. She has enough of an income that if she wants to spend the money on that, she can go ahead. But she has said that she wants to pay off her house and save money to get a different type of a house. By doing that, by spending, like on this chicken, if I see it correctly, I think this is almost $10 a pound for chicken. $10 a pound. That's 5 times what I spend on chicken. I spend about $1.50 to $1.99 a pound on chicken. Once again, if you want to spend the money on that, you can, but know that you're not going to reach your financial goals because you're spending money on the organic foods.
All right, so I just went to the grocery store again because I forgot to buy celery, and like I said, I live close to Kroger. So my celery was $1.99 regular price. It was locally grown. And then I looked at the ad and I decided I'm going to try these Heritage Farm whole chickens, and they were 99 cents a pound. So I think if I read this correctly, one was $5.82 and one was $6.57. And then the Johnsonville brats were on sale. They're just $1 off, I believe. So they were $5.99. But I'm going to put these in the freezer and then I'll show you the receipt.
Okay, so you bought this chicken. I think that's a great deal. You did a really good job. You asked how to cook chicken thighs. Here's how I cook my chicken thighs, and it's the same thing with a whole chicken, except that I just cook the whole chicken for the whole day also, 6 to 8 hours on low, 250 degrees. And then I have a really tender, juicy oven-baked chicken.
For thighs and quarters and drumsticks, this is how I do it. Now, I didn't have any chicken thighs on hand. These are chicken quarters, same thing. These are the thigh, this is the drumstick. They're just still hooked together. Oven, 225. Chicken in a pan. You can grease it if you want. Sprinkle seasoned salt on top. And we're gonna slow roast this all day long. Then the chicken is gonna fall off the bone. We're gonna eat it like this for one meal. And then if you're single, you're gonna eat this for one meal. Then you can pick it off the bone if you want for other meals. Okay, so someone already dug in, but you can see it has a nice crispy crust right there, just like so. Now look how nice this just flakes off. See how nice and tender that is? It just falls off the bone. So then I just pick it off the bone if I don't want to eat it like this and make soup out of it, boil the bones and make soup, or you can make chicken noodles, or you can make chicken pot pie, any of those things. So that is the proper way to cook it so that it's nice and tender and comes off the bone really clean.
Yum.
Okay, so let's talk about some of your goals here. Right now, you are putting $200 extra a month on your mortgage. You will have it paid off in 11 years and 5 months by putting that extra $200 a month. If you cut your grocery bill and stopped buying so many organic and farmer market types food, and you got your grocery bill down to $200 or $300 a month, and you put $500 a month on your house payment, extra on your house payment, you would pay off your house in 9 years and save $12,000 in interest. Back on the $200 a month, you will save $6,000 in interest. If you put $200 a month extra on your mortgage, you will save $12,000 a month if you put $500 a month on your mortgage. Now, with the income you make, there is absolutely no reason at all, being a single person, why you cannot put a minimum of $5,000 a month on your mortgage. That would get your mortgage paid off in 2 years and 2 months with a savings of $28,000 in interest. My goodness, what kind of a return on an investment is that? That's what? I don't know. Michael, do the math for me. I'm not the mathematician, but I don't know what percent that is. I'll put it on there. I know it's crazy high. It's in the hundreds of percent. If you put $5,000 a month on your mortgage, you would get it paid off in 2 years and 2 months. If you put $8,000 a month on your mortgage, which is very, very doable on your income, you would have it paid off in 1 year and 5 months, saving $30,000 in interest. And then when you're ready, you could keep putting that same $8,000 in savings for the next place you want to get. Take all the money from your house, sell it with your savings, and you could probably pay cash for your next place, especially in Michigan. So I would really start getting your ducks in a row. You have the income to do it. You've already wasted 20 years of working. I mean, you could have been retired by now. You could have been retired 10 years ago if you really would have been on the ball, saving your money instead of blowing it. I hate to sound like I'm being hard on you, but you really could have. You could have been retired by the time you were 35. Now you're only 46. You could easily be retired by the time you're 55 if you wanted to. You're making such a good income. Don't waste it on, personally, I wouldn't waste it on buying farmers market and organic foods. It's your income. You can. It is high enough. Once again, if you want to do that. But really, organics, for those of you wondering, is nothing but a marketing ploy. I know you think you'll feel better if you're eating it, but it is just a marketing ploy. I have talked to professors at Stanford, a professor at Stanford, and he has said, you know what, people will die more from the stress of worrying about eating organic than this minute amount of pesticides they would ever get in regular food. He said, so I don't even worry about it. So that's my 2 cents. Laura already knows that, but I'm just telling that for other people. But once again, Laura, now that you're finally getting on track, you are on track to really be hammering out that debt and getting saved up and making your dreams come true. I mean, it just depends on what you want to spend your money on. So if you want to spend your money on those things, that's fine. I think you're just peeing and pooping out dollar bills myself. But if you want to do that, that's fine. Or if it's not that important to you, then just think, oh, I'll be that much closer to getting my goal of my dream house. So thank you so much, Laura. I really appreciate you sending in your footage. I had fun looking at it and had fun meeting you. Guys, go watch this video next and visit us at livingonadime.com, and we will see you guys next time.